Hey everybody, good Tuesday morning, top of the morning to you. Eddie Williams Sellers coming to you from my little dining room here in East Point this morning. The morning post this morning is I kind of woke up just feeling blah this morning. It's 7:43 right now. It's dark outside. Ava's already left to go to Emory, and I don't know, the shortness of days or whatever. So the morning post is just a moment, of feeling this morning. So the post goes like this. Funny how life can change in an instance, in a day, in a moment. Friendships can be lost over something said. A flutter in the chest out of nowhere. A pain in the side. We think that maybe we are the writer, producer, and director of our lives. That we are controlling all of it. Or at least have a lot of say in it. And then sometimes it feels like we have no control over any of it, that we are predestined to play out our roles while here on earth, roles that may have been chosen for us. Many spiritual leaders believe that we chose to come here, that we signed up for everything that we go through. I go through different phases of what I believe, really. Maybe we did. But something about that doesn't seem to register completely with me. And then sometimes I think, well, maybe. Who knows? The reality of it is, y'all, nobody knows. The walk between the human experience and the spiritual experience does seem to flow back and forth. Or are they just both one and the same? It really is kind of scary to think that we are here one day and gone the next. That's why it shocks us when we just get a call out of the blue that somebody has died or something. It's like, what? My God. It should be the most normal thing that any of us experience. And yet, no matter how long we live, it's like, oh my God, Charlie died. Like we're just shocked that death happens. It really is kind of scary to think, though, that any of us can be here one day and just gone the next. Yet, that is kind of liberating also. The saints of old tasted freedom when thinking about this life being over. Someone asked me the other day, do I think after I die I will be remembered a generation from now? I'm like, good heavens. My response was, most people won't even be remembered 6 months from now. People move on pretty quickly. Life is basically about continually moving on. There are walks of happiness in life, of joy, of sadness, of feeling bound, of feeling free, of being well, of being sick, of feeling sad, of feeling worried, of oppression and depression. We walk in all these realms at some points in our life. We cycle through all of them. We never check one off the list completely, do we? And so does everyone else, y'all. I think I have learned to just take one day at a time. Mama and Lottie and them used to sing, one day at a time, sweet Jesus. That's all I'm asking from you. Yeah, old song, one day at a time. I think I have learned to just take one day at a time, to savor the good times, to linger in the special moments. Maybe it is this time of year, the shortness of days, the chill of the weather, the stresses of finances, the stresses of life. But life can seem heavy at times, or is it just old-fashioned depression? I don't think for me it is depression. It is just being down in the dumps for a few days. I have known depression. It has rode shotgun with me at times in my life. It will make me take to the bed at some point. Then I remind myself this morning that life never gets any better than a warm bed on a cold night. A warm, dry house on a cold, damp Tuesday morning. A cup of coffee, people that love you and don't hurt you. A French bulldog who is very judgmental eyes that can see, ears that still hear, feet that let us walk every afternoon and carry us, fresh eggs, a heart that loves, the snore of Boom Boom while sitting in the darkness of the early morning. Good Tuesday morning, everybody, sweet people. A morning at the doctor's office today. I've got so many doctors. Y'all, I'm in good health, but maybe the reason I'm in good health, I go this morning to see my sleep apnea doctor for a once a year checkup or whatever. But I've just followed through. Get up now, go on and check on yourself. Take care of yourself. A trip to Habitat. Drop off some jackets and coats at the dry cleaners. An evening walk with Ava. My day is beginning. The picture over on my Facebook page. Some of y'all people want to come over there. The picture is Boom Boom and Gracie sitting with me on the sofa last night watching TV, y'all. Anyhow, good Tuesday every day. Good Tuesday, everybody. Let's shake it loose, get up, stretch, wake up, get this day going. I had a friend one time. I'll close with this right here. I still like to use that old preacher term. I'll close with this right here. I had a little friend one time. I lived at 905 Delmar Avenue in Ormwood Park, and bought a little HUD house back then for $35,000. That house is $800,000 now, that same house. Anyhow, that's neither here nor there. Old people like to go on tangents. But I met a little friend, a little guy in the neighborhood, Martin. He was 23 years old, and I had really went through a hard breakup with my first boyfriend, and depressed, and I'd been in bed for about 4 or 5 days, and he called, and I wouldn't answer the phone, and I was so depressed and so sad, and I went through my divorce, and just all kind of just a dark period in my life. So I lived by myself, and I in the bed, and he come knock on the door. I wouldn't answer the door. This is friendship. He come around, knocked on the window. He said, "Eddie, I know you in there. You open this goddamn door. I'm going to take and tear this window out. I'm coming in there." And I finally got up, had my house coat on. I didn't want to see nobody. Bless his heart, he was so sweet. And I opened the door, and I'm like, "Yeah, what is it?" He said, but he just pushed it. He said, "Get your clothes on. Get your clothes on." "No, I'm not putting up the..." "No, young fella, I'm 23. I said, put your damn clothes on. You're getting your ass out of this house." And I said, "Well, okay, Martin." Sometimes we just need somebody to be rough with us, whatever. I put me on some jeans and a shirt. He said, "Come on, get your ass in the car. Get in the car." And I got in the car. I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Roll your windows down. We're just going to go ride through Atlanta." But he got me out of the house. And something about that, something about that was so sweet. About a year later, he laid on my sofa dying, full-blown AIDS. And he died when he was like 23. And he had got kicked out of his mama's house when he was 16 and wound up in Atlanta. His mama was a Pentecostal pastor of a church in Tennessee, and she threw him out at 16, because he was just a little queer boy. And I guess he was an embarrassment to his family. So anyhow, after years, I told him, I said, "Martin, call your mama. Call your mama. You're not going to be here long." He knew he was about dead. I didn't know what to do with him. He called his mama. She hung up on him. She said, "I told you if you lay down with dogs, you'd get up with fleas." But she didn't see that part of her son that loved people, that knocked on my door. Told me, he said, get up, put your clothes on. You're getting out of this damn house. Get your ass in the car." She didn't see that part of her son. She just saw the part that she didn't like. Love y'all.